What's up, guys? It's Vic, the writer, actor, director of Punisher KILLZONE. So basically, this is KILLZONE here. I put up some screenshots for you guys, just quick shots I did and made a little collage there. But it's been a roller coaster ride. This film has been almost a year in the making, and it's taken us a long time to get this thing finished. It was really a big challenge working with such a small budget. And, I have to thank, Julian and Steffi and Sarush and Matt and Jalal and all the guys and girls that participated in the making of this film. Tu and Mark and Ron and Charles and Leo and the list goes on, and Honora and JP, all the people that really brought this film to life. I really appreciate everything that you guys did. There's a big list of people to thank, and they're all in the credits, so if I didn't get to your name, I'm sorry, but you guys were the real heroes of this film. I appreciate you all. You really made this film what it is, and it was a great time working with everybody. So this film was something that my friend Matthew Davis wanted to do for a long time. He wanted to play the Kingpin, and he kept asking me to make this film. And I really was trying to get away from doing fan films, just because you can't really make any money off them, and they're kind of hard to promote. But he really wanted to do it, and so I kind of fell in love with the idea of doing it. I always was a big fan of Punisher, of comics and everything like that. And we wanted to make him a little bit more like the Punisher from Punisher Max, the comics, with slick back hair. I wanted him a little more rugged. We didn't really put a symbol on him. We did give him basically a necklace with a little medallion as the Punisher, and kind of the story behind that was maybe something that his son had, and that he put around his neck. So a little more like realistic, a little more rugged. I don't think in real life you would want a guy having a big white symbol on his chest running around. So we wanted to kind of bridge the gap between a little bit more real and a little bit more fake, because it is also 80s inspired, so it's a little bit more over the top. The character is a little bit more cheesy, and the acting is a little bit more of that 80s style than it is like a 90s or 2000s or something like that. So there's a big mix, and of course it is a little bit John Wick inspired, so there's a little bit of that gun fu, not too much because we didn't want to get too crazy with it. I like to keep the shooting simple and sweet, and I like my angles pretty simple. I don't like to get all crazy with the editing. I like that some of the classic editing and the more classic storytelling. I really feel like when you're doing a film, you want to keep the audience engaged in the film. And if you do a lot of crazy editing or whatever, you can kind of take the audience out of the story. So I really like to keep it basic. I don't like to do a lot of over the head or a lot of crazy martial arts stuff. I really feel like the Punisher wouldn't be, he's not really a martial artist. He's more of, a military guy, more tactical, and he is a little bit more rugged. So when he faces Elektra in here. When he does face Elektra, he has trouble with her because, she's kicking and using all her martial arts skills, and, she has a knife instead of a sai, so it's a little more, grounded, more realistic. And she, kicks his ass, and he barely escapes that struggle, And so that fight scene is more like martial arty, and for, the girl, which is Honora, she does a great job. We took a long time shooting that. Most of this film was actually shot in one day. A lot of people don't know that. And it was shot on a very minimum budget. We didn't have a lot. It was just a lot of raw passion and desire. Oh, by the way, Rob did a great job on the makeup in there with the neck slit. I wish we could have got it a little bit more covered, and but it looks great. You know, a lot of people like that. So that was fantastic. Thank you, Rob, for coming out and doing that. That was awesome. And thank you, James, for participating and getting your neck slit. I know that wasn't fun. So basically, picking back up where I left off was Nora's fight scene was, you know, awesome, where she's more of a martial artist. Then we went into the Kingpin fight scene, which was a little bit more like raw. Like I felt like Kingpin would be more like headbutts, you know, cracking backs, and you know, just messing dudes up. You know, he would just be pretty raw and rugged, like fighting style. And Punisher, you know, of course he can't keep up with Kingpin's strength and his power and how tough he is. So it's kind of like, you know, the Punisher gets in a little bit of trouble without his weapons. And so you have to watch that part. So that's kind of those basic ideas behind the film. You know, we kind of wanted to do like an M4 scene, or just a rifle scene, you know, where he's shooting. We wanted to do a sniper scene. We wanted to do a gun scene. We wanted to, you know, do a shotgun scene. We wanted to, you know, do a nice scene, and basically stretch ourselves in all those different aspects of action in filmmaking. So we incorporated a lot of those into this film here. So you're going to see a little bit of each and every part of that in the film. So, you know, be looking out for those scenes. And it's a real basic story, you know. Basically, Punisher is going after Kingpin. You know, Punisher's family's been killed. And, you know, he is kind of going out on a revenge mission, you know, going after all the big mob bosses. And, you know, just not just taking down the people that killed his family, but all the people that are killing families out there. And so, you know, there's a little homage to his family, and, you know, promising that he'll never let it happen to anyone again, and that he's going to go after everybody. So, and it was, you know, kind of crazy because my father had passed away during the post-production process from pancreatic cancer, and that was, you know, that put us back many months, and there was all sorts of obstacles with making this film. So it was very difficult, and I'm so glad that we got to finish it and get it out to everyone. You know, so I put a little bit of homage to him, also to Mark, my first stunt teacher and good friend, and he passed away from stomach cancer. So we put dedications to them in the end of the film. And, you know, we and Mark always talked about doing a film together, and we never really got a chance. We had made one early on in my career where we had met for the first time. And Mark was an amazing stuntman. He worked on Inception. He worked in Logan. He was in a lot of Hollywood movies, and he taught me a lot about being a person, you know, especially in the film industry, and just trying to be a good person. And, you know, people will know who you are, and you have to try to have a good attitude and maintain that professionalism where no matter where you go, don't fool around on set, and just try to do your very best. And, you know, the work will come eventually. So thank you, Mark, for all those lessons. And there's so many more that he taught me, and not just stunt stuff, you know, life stuff. So I think that was my biggest takeaways from working with Mark, you know. And it was a blessing to have him, and, you know, a blessing to have my dad. He always taught me about hard work, dedication, and finishing things. So I always try to finish all my projects. I think there's maybe one floating around out there that still needs to be edited. It's a slasher film, and so it's still getting worked on, but, you know, it's hard. You know, you think when you're working on a film that, oh man, you know, you can't wait to get it done and do it and all this stuff, but it's a long process, and there's going to be mistakes and problems along the way, and you just have to, you know, keep working on it no matter what, and eventually it'll get done. So, man, I really appreciate everybody's support along the way, everything that everybody did. So what I want to do in return is kind of share some of the Punisher workouts with you guys and release that out to the public. So basically what I'm going to do is a whole bunch of workouts for hand cannon and, you know, give those away for free, especially on this downtime when everybody's suffering from Corona. That is my day job, is a personal trainer. So during this time with Corona, how I can help out and give back is give away free workouts. So I'm going to give away all my workouts that I do for films and just daily life and all that different stuff. We're going to do some theme workouts too, anime inspired and comic book inspired. And we're also launching hand cannon comics this year, hopefully, if we can get back to somewhat of normalcy. And hopefully I'll be able to give you guys some workouts for free, and in turn maybe you'll check out some of our comics and some of our short films. So I look forward to 2020. I hope that you guys are staying safe as you're in lockdown. I have been in a Call of Duty bender, so I haven't been doing much, which has been nice, you know. I mean, I don't even notice that it's you know, that I'm locked up. You know, it's been nice to just sit around and do nothing. But still working out at home. Built a little home gym here, and I'll show you kind of what that looks like here in a little bit. And just trying to stay moving. And also, I'm part of the Westmount Action Design, which is a stunt group here in Houston, Texas. And they are releasing workout videos for us at home, which includes Kaiser and Ty, and they are our martial arts instructors there. So they've been putting home workouts for us for flexibility and stretching and kicking and punching and everything like that, and boxing. So it's been good. I got myself a couple you know, punching bags and boxing gloves and mitts, and you know, just doing some work at home and working on my kicks. You know, I'm 40, so it's a little bit harder for me to kick these days, and trying to, you know, improve my flexibility. So just working on that right now. But anyways, guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna release the Punisher workout, everything I did to get ready for this film. We'll also be doing more films here, hopefully this year. We just are almost finished with a movie called Narco Sub, which I am just a stuntman and an actor in, but I work with Tom Sizemore and Robert Lasordo, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, and hopefully it comes out soon. We're still shooting. Unfortunately, we have to take a break for the coronavirus, and I know a lot of you guys are on break right now, but it doesn't mean that you can't be healthy and fit, and you know, you can either come out of this whole thing fit or fat. So you want to stay at home and exercise and do what you can. If you don't have any weights or whatever, you can always do body weight, stretching, mobility work. I think that's really important, is that, you know, working at a desk myself and also playing a lot of games, you know, I get real tight hip flexors, lower back, things like that. So it's important for me to constantly be doing mobility drills and stretching. I was also in a car wreck a few years ago, which herniated 2 of my discs. So it's really important for me to be, you know, stretching and flexing and working out and all those things. So I'll be posting some of those routines as well. And those are my goals for this year. Anyways, guys, so I'm gonna let y'all go, but it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for all the hard work and everything that you've done this year, all the work that you put into this film. It's been amazing to see the outpour of support and help that went into this thing. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Sarush, for sticking by me. Thank you, Steffi, for all your camera work. Again, thank you, Honora, for coming out and doing the fight scene. All my stunt guys, you guys are awesome. JP, thank you for all your support and help. Jalal, thank you. And so many more. Mark, you know, Dewey, man, all you guys, Dave, all you guys are really important to me. And even the people that I didn't mention, you know who you are. You're in the credits. You know, there's just so many people to thank. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's been great. Please go watch the Punisher fan film KILLZONE if you have some time while you're sitting at home. I would appreciate the support, and hopefully give me some feedback. I'm still growing, still learning, and I hope that, you know, you guys give me some critiques which is always welcome. And you know, no film is ever perfect, and there's always room to improve. So that's why we make a lot of films, is just so that we can hone our skills. And you know, we're working with the very minimum budget, and I hope that you guys enjoy it for the film that it is. And if you love some 80s action, some John Wick and some Punisher, I hope that you guys enjoy it. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Peace. Enjoy the movie.